In this lesson, we are going to learn how to find the derivative of logarithmic functions. So let's look at how we are going to do this. So let's say I have a function y equals log of x base a. Okay, I have this function here. Okay, where a is greater than 0 and then a is not equal to 1. And then we ask to find the derivative of this function here. How are you going to do this? To find the derivative of this function here, which will be y prime, okay, this will be equal to x prime divided by x, okay, multiplying 1 over the natural log of the base, which is a. So when we simplify this, we're going to have y prime to be equal to x prime, which is the first derivative of x, that will be 1. So we're going to have 1 over x here, and this will multiply 1 over ln of a. So then you're going to have y prime to be equal to 1 over x ln a. Okay, so if you have a function of this form here, then these are the steps that will be involved in finding its derivatives. Okay, so let's say in a situation whereby you have y to be equal to log of u base a, okay, where u is a function. Okay, in this case u is not just a variable, u is a function. Then we're going to have y prime to be equal to u prime divided by u multiplying 1 over the ln of the base a. Okay, so that's what this means. So let's go ahead and take some examples to help us understand what we are doing here. Okay, so let's say I have y given to be log base 10 of 2x to the power 4 plus 1. Okay, so in this case we have this form here. So we have to find our u. Okay, so u will be equal to 2x to the power 4 plus 1. Okay, so what we need next is u prime, and then this will be equal to 2 multiplying 4x to the power 3 plus the derivative of 1, which is 0. So we are going to have u prime to be equal to 8x cubed. Right, so now let's come back to this formula that we derived here. So we are going to have y prime to be equal to u prime. We know u prime to be 8x cubed, okay, divided by u, which is 2x to the power 4 plus 1. Okay, and then this will be multiplying 1 over the ln of what? The base, which is 10. Okay, 1 over ln of 10. Okay, so this will give us 8x cubed divided by 2x to the power 4 plus 1 multiplying ln of 10. So that will be the derivative of the function. Okay, let's try our hands on another example. So in this case we have y to be equal to log base e, okay, of x squared plus 3x plus 1. Okay, this is what you have now. So you have to find the derivative of this function here. So let's find our u. U will be equal to x squared plus 3x plus 1. Okay, and then u prime will be equal to 2x plus 3. Okay, so now let's go back to the general formula. So I'm going to have y prime to be equal to u prime, which is 2x plus 3, okay, divided by u, which is x squared plus 3x plus 1. Okay, and then this will be multiplying 1 over ln of e. Okay, and you know ln of 1 over ln of e will give us 1 because ln of e is equal to 1. Okay, so I'm going to have all this bracket here. We're going to have all this bracket here multiplying 1, okay, because what you have here will be equal to 1. So and then we are going to have y prime to be equal to 2x plus 3 divided by x squared plus 3x plus 1. So that will be the answer for this question also. Okay, so now let's try our hands on another example. Okay, so with our next example, we're going to have f of x to be equal to the log of 4x squared. Okay, this is what you have now. Okay, so let's find the derivative of this function here. So one thing you will notice is that over here we don't have the base given, right? So you ask that what will be the base then. If you don't have the base given, they are going to consider the base to be 10. So in this case, you are going to have log base 10 of 4x squared. Okay, so now you have the base now. So now let's find f prime of x. So to find f prime of x, you are going to consider u to be equal to 4x squared, and then you have to find u prime, which will be equal to 4 multiplying 2x. Okay, so this will be equal to 8x. Now we're going to have f prime of x to be equal to u prime divided by u multiplying 1 over ln of the base, which is 10. Okay, so this is what we have now. Now let's do substitution here. So you know u prime to be 8x, and then you know u to be 4x squared. Okay, times 1 over ln of 10. So now let's simplify what we have here. So 4 will go into itself and then go into 8 2 times, and then this square will cancel out this x here. So and then you are going to have this to be equal to 2 over x, 2 over x multiplying 1 over ln of 10. Okay, so this will be equal to 2 over x ln of 10. So that will be the derivative of this function also. Alright, let's try our hands on some few more examples. Okay, so in the next example, we have y to be equal to log base e of 7x to the power minus 2. Okay, this is what we have now. So with this question here, what I'll do is that I will apply the product rule of logarithms here. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this function here. Okay, so this function here will be the same as y equals log base e of 7, okay, plus log base e of x to the power minus 2. Okay, then from here I will apply the power rule of logs. Okay, so from there I can write this thing here in a different way. So we can have y to be equal to log base e of 7 minus 2 log base e of x. Okay, so it's just the power rule that I applied to this. Okay, that's power rule of logs. Okay, so let's continue. So now you can go ahead and then find our y prime. Okay, so let's look at that. So I'm going to have y prime to be equal to the derivative of log of 7 base e will be 0 because this is just a constant. So I'm going to have 0 here, and then minus the derivative of what we have here. Okay, let's take note that log base e is the same as ln. Okay, log base e is the same as ln. What you have here is the same as ln. So I can write this as ln x. Okay, so we know that the derivative of ln x will be 1 over x, right? That was 1 over x. That will be minus 2 multiplying 1 over x. So I'm going to have y prime to be equal to minus 2 over x. Okay, so that will be the derivative of this function also. Okay, so let's try our hands on the last. Okay guys, let's try our hands on the last example. So we have f of x to be equal to log base 5 of x multiplying e to the power x. Okay, so I have to find the derivative of this function here. So what I'll do here is that I'll let u to be equal to x multiplying e to the power x. Okay, so you then have to find u prime. Okay, so u prime. In finding u prime, I'm going to apply the product rule here. Okay, so first of all, I'll make e to the power x a constant, and I'll differentiate x. Okay, so that'll give me e to the power x because the derivative of x is 1. Okay, so plus, then I'll keep x, now differentiate e to the power x. And you know the derivative of e to the power x will still be e to the power x. So I'm going to have x multiplying e to the power x. So that's u prime that we have now. So now all you have to do is to do our substitution. So I'm going to have f prime of x, okay, f prime of x to be equal to u prime divided by u prime divided by u multiplying 1 over ln of the base, which is what, 5. Okay, so this is what you have. So now we know u prime to be e to the power x plus x multiplying e to the power x. Okay, all this divided by u itself, which is x multiplying e to the power x. Okay, times 1 over ln of 5. Okay, so this is what you have now. So at this point, what I'll do is that I will factor out e to the power x from the numerator. Okay, so let's look at how that is going to be. So I'm going to have f prime of x to be equal to e to the power x into bracket 1 plus x. Okay, this is what you will have. Then all this divided by x multiplying e to the power x, or multiplying 1 over ln of 5. Okay, so this is what you have now. So at this point, you can cancel out e to the power x at this side here. Okay, so now let's write what you have left. So I'm going to have f prime of x to be equal to 1 plus x divided by x multiplying ln of 5. So that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe.